Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Munoz-Madsen, and today we're reading Jeremiah 46 through 52. Wow, I am pretty sure today's reading assignment was the longest one that we have read so far. Am I right? Anybody else feeling the pain? Okay, the good news is today is the last day of Jeremiah. The bad news is Lamentations, known as the saddest book of the Bible, is up next. And it's more of the same. I don't say that to scare you or be disrespectful, but to be sure that you are prepared. But I'm also so excited for upcoming books like Daniel. It'll be back to reading stories that many of us know, and I feel like that's typically a little bit easier. That being said, I thought today's daily walk from our Bible was so good that I'm actually going to share it here. You know I don't do this often, but if you read something that convicts you, please don't just think about changing. Commit to making a change. So here we go. Immunity to disease is a wonderful thing, but there are some immunities you would be better off without. One such immunity is typically and tragically found among those who regularly sit under the teaching of God's Word. Does this describe your habits today? Week by week in church, conviction comes as God's truth hits home in your life. You promise to change, but don't. Conviction returns, and again, you know what needs to happen, but somehow you never get around to doing it. After a time, you begin to see conviction as an end in itself. Immunity has set in. Think back over the way God has spoken to you through the life of Jeremiah this past month. Then ask yourself this question: how many of the areas of my life about which I've been convicted have I actually attempted to change? Choose one neglected area to work on today. Don't allow spiritual immunity to rob you of spiritual vitality. Again, that's today's daily walk, and I think it's so good. And again, I am speaking to myself here as well. I do the same thing. I feel convicted. I say, I need a change, and then I don't. And so this is a call out for all of us to commit to that change when we feel convicted. And of course, I'm including the overview video on Jeremiah from the Bible Project. As you know, I send these at the end of the books. You can watch them at the beginning if it helps, but it really does help put all of this into perspective, all that we're reading. Tomorrow, we begin Lamentations. Happy reading! Have you ever wanted to go to Greece to see the ministry of Paul come to life? Well, now you can, thanks to Travel with Friends. In day 5 of our upcoming trip, we'll wake up to visit the island of Crete. You'll visit the island of Santorini, which is perhaps the most breathtaking of all the Greek islands. The town of Thera has whitewashed houses, narrow streets, and open-air cafes that are accessible by cable car or mules. There will be several optional tours offered in Santorini, including excavations, or you may choose to spend the day shopping and exploring on your own. Again, this is all thanks to Travel with Friends, and we sure hope you'll join us on our trip to Greece in 2025.